Hey, what's up, social media? I got a message that I want to drop, and you're going to like it. This is one of those messages that's right in your face, quick and to the point. I want you to tag anybody that you think needs to hear this message. And I'm not just talking about friends, I'm talking about foes too. I'm talking about people you roll with and people you're indifferent with. This message may save your relationship, may save your friendship, may save your business partnership, whatever it is. So let's jump right into it. I was working out, listening to a song by Drake, and you know how you can hear something again and again and again, but for some reason you're in a different headspace and you're actually listening. Well, that just happened to me. And I'm gonna paraphrase the lyrics so everybody understands it. He basically says, in order for you to have a perfect picture, you have to have negatives. Ha! Remember the old school pictures? The way you made old school pictures was you'd have to go into a dark room, and the only way that a negative would develop for that picture is if you're in a dark room. How many of you feel like you're in a dark room right now? How many of you feel like that there's so much negative energy around you? Well, Drake says that's how perfect pictures are made. So I want you to imagine yourself being developed right now into a perfect picture. He said, in order for you to develop, you have to have negatives. Personal development is not just about what you learn on the positive road. It's when you go down that road of darkness. And if you want to have if you have a picture that you visualize of yourself for the future, a picture that you visualize for yourself starting today, you got to understand, sometimes that's going to require you going and being surrounded around things that are negative, because that builds your character. In my book, From the Hood to Doing Good, I talk about this actually. You can't control the process of character building. And what I mean by that is you can't turn it off, you can't turn it on. The way that you're listening to me right now is building and it's developing your character. The way you're not listening to me right now, that is you building and developing your character. So you can't turn that off. At all times, every moment of our life, our character is constantly being built. The question is, what are you allowing to build your character? You can't turn it off, you can't turn it on, but you can control what you allow to build your character. And when Drake said this, he said, in order, now I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, it's going to cause you to go into a dark place, a negative place, in order for your picture to develop. And the sad reality is that most people want to run from is you're gonna lift weights in life. You cannot be a bodybuilder without going through pain. But sometimes it's hard for us to understand that, that's a good pain. It's a good pain when you go have a workout and your legs are killing you the next day. Your forearms are killing you the next day. You be like, man, I had a great workout. But we don't say that when it comes to life. We don't say, hey man, I'm going through right now. It's hurting. I just got out of a relationship. It hurts. My business partner just screwed me. They're lying on me. They're spreading rumors about me. My competition is, undercutting me and making up things, and people are believing them without even contacting me. That's all part of going into the dark room. You want to create a great picture for your life, it requires you to experience the dark room. The only way in the old school days that you could develop a picture is when you go into a dark room. And I actually took photography in high school. So they had a dark room. You had to go into that dark room in order to develop the picture that was already taken. See, in your mind, you can have a picture that's already taken of your future. See, I had a picture of me speaking on stages around the world, not knowing it would lead me to speaking in Jerusalem and Nazareth, Singapore, the Czech Republic, United Kingdom, all through Australia, all through Asia, all through Africa. All over the world I speak. But I had that picture before it happened. But man, if I tell you the hell that I went through when that picture was being developed, where most people give up, most people drop the ball, some of you will never see that picture in life that you desire because you're afraid of the dark room. You're afraid to go into the process of development, personal development. Personal development is not just listening to me right now. You're listening to me right now, you're feeling warm and fuzzy. Anybody can be motivated when they're not in the dark room. Going into the dark room requires preparation if you want to win. Personal development is nothing but preparation. Personal development means nothing if you can never put it into action. If you never put it into action, it wasn't personal development. It was just something that you're a groupie of personal development. You have no desire to implement. You just like being around it because it makes you feel good. Well, listen, I don't want you just to feel good with my motivation. I want you to implement. I want you to put it to work. Why? Because you deserve to live that picture. But you can't develop that picture unless you go into the dark room. Unless you understand that in order for you to develop all the way through, to have that picture life, not I'm not gonna say perfect, but that pictured life that you desire, it requires you to process the negative. Oh, that's good. If y'all don't get it, I just got it. This message is for me. I may not even post this. That's good, man. In order for you to develop the picture life that you desire, you got to deal with the negative. Ask your mama what I'm talking about. Ask your grandparents what I'm talking about. We're so used to this instant stage of taking pictures and selfies and videos like I'm doing right now. But back in the days, you'd have to deal with the negatives to develop that picture. So, moral of the message, don't be a groupie of personal development. Don't be a groupie of Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, Johnny Wimbrey, Les Brown, Mel Robbins, Suze Orman. We don't want you to be our groupie. We don't do what we do so you will like us. We do what we do so you can like you. You hear what I just said? The reason I do personal development is because I want you to like you, not like me. I want you to understand that I want you to be personally developed, not just get emotionally caught up into the message. Trust me, you're going to go through a storm. You're either in one right now, you just came out of one, or you're about to go into one. You got to prepare. Les Brown said it's better to be prepared and never called than it is to be called and not prepared. Personal development is preparation for the dark room. So just know these words that I'm talking about is because I lived them and I'm prepared to live them again. I know that I can't go up in life without experiencing the dark room. I know that I'll never get that picture that I desire in life unless I accept the fact that I got to deal with the negatives. You want to develop yourself? You want to take that snapshot, that picture of yourself for the future, what you desire? I pray to God that you understand that requires you going into a dark room. You're going to experience darkness. That's what personal development is for, is to prepare you for the darkness. But that's where you deal with it. The only way that you can develop a negative, it has to be done in a dark room. But you come out with a picture that you can show the world. So, with all that being said, don't be afraid of negatives and don't be afraid of the dark room if you truly have a desire to get that picture and live it. Picture it right now. Where are you going to be 6 months from now? Where are you going to be 1 year from now? And I want you to picture it and understand the only way that picture is going to develop is if you understand it comes with negative, it comes with naysayers, and it may cause you to walk into dark rooms. And I'm talking about mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You share your dream with somebody and they're like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. That's negative. That's the dark room. But in order for you to develop that picture that you want in life, you got to take the negative into the dark room. And that's what personal development is about. Hey, baby.
Hi.
My wife just showed up to the gym as I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So I just gave them a message about developing yourself requires you to deal with negatives and going into the dark room. And I likened it to old school developing pictures. Isn't that good?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Hey, my wife loves it, so who cares? Love you guys. Let's go.